So let us see some CSS3 implementation. So you know this border, right? One pixel, solid, blue color. So here, say div, it gives only one border, right?
Yeah.
So it is applying this to all borders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's give some width and height. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are converting this border to border radius. Border radius. 10 pixels. So automatically it is converting all the borders and radius, right? Edges.
Yeah.
All the edges to round corners, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all corners are now having 10 pixels radius. Now if you want to have only one corner, you have the radius. So only top left radius is now is applied. Remaining are same edges, right?
Yeah.
Angular edges. Then the same you can apply radius to from the top, or we can say bottom right radius. So this right here, top left and bottom right is now both are having radius, right?
Yeah.
So like this we can use the CSS3 new styling properties for having rounded corners for the borders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next thing. Now how to apply animations to this, okay?
Okay.
So we have keyframes concept as well as scaling concept. So let us see what are the properties. These are the properties. So transform, MS transform, and WebKit transform. We apply all these three because some browsers take transform and some other take MS transform, like Internet Explorer takes MS transform, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these idiots, they are not following standards, right? So that's why we have to have these three in all classes. Okay. So even though CS is a standard, not at standard one, CSS3 and HTML5, they are not yet taken as standard. That's why everybody has their own implementation, right?
Mm-hmm.
They use different keywords for this. So transform is a common keyword suggested by CSS3 developers. Right. Now, MS Transform is the implementation of Microsoft, and WebKit transformation is the implementation of Safari and Chrome.
Okay.
So in this we are using transformation. So we have different kinds of transformation, scaling, rotations, okay, skewing, to rotate 7 degrees. Okay, rotate it 7 degrees, right?
Yeah.
Clockwise. If I say 0 degrees, now this time WebKit transform. This is the attribute followed by, okay, but we should not target only Safari and Chrome. So that's why we need to include this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now I want to rotate this object by 180 degrees. So all are not needed now because we are using Google Chrome testing. So we can target Google Chrome using this. It's working, but we are unable to find it because it's a 180 degrees transformation, right?
Yeah.
Let's make it 90 degrees. Okay, just flip. So easily we can use these properties, new properties, right? Transformation to rotate the object. Let's say 45 degrees. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can apply skew. Okay, right? Just you can take all these transformations skew. So what do you make skewing? Something like italics, right? Making the object slant. So let us stop this rotation. So we can specify x and y, two things, right? Q 45 degrees on x and 45 degrees on y. So 45 degrees on x, 45 degrees on y. So we can go for Q x in terms of only x, so we can specify one direction. So skew x means pressing this object to the right. Okay. And actually it's come like this. This works in Safari. I need to load it. So we have a box like this, okay, and once you skew it, so automatically it will become like this. Okay, it's something like pressing towards right side. If you press anything here, automatically these lines are moves right, but by keeping the base same. Okay, this left and right edges becomes somewhat slanting. This is what is skew. Next, scaling. See how many times we are increasing the size. Scaling is nothing but increasing the size. Okay. For example, here I want to use scale. So what do you mean by scale? Scale is nothing but increasing and decreasing of the size. Okay. So now if you specify scale x 2 comma 2 means 2 times than normal, isn't it? Let's specify the left and right. And left 200 up 6. Just moving the box. That's it. Okay. The original size is normal scale is 1 and 1, right? This is the original size, right? I want to increase this 2 times, right? I want to double the size. I want to double the size. Simply you can use scale. So I want to double the width, only width. So just I am measuring x-axis, right? Scale 2 comma 1. So width will be doubled, right? Here. Understand? But keeping the height same. And y. This time I'm doubling the size y direction, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you may need to change or increase the size only for x-axis. Simply we can go scale x and then we can give only. So only width will be increased, right? So now we have scale x, scale y, scale y 4 times. Okay. So keeping the x same. Maybe you are changing this, but it's not good thing for scaling 2 times. Scale x will be applied, then scale y will be applied. So that's why if you want to keep scale x and y both sides, then you need to go for like 3 comma scale. Okay. Width will be doubled and height will be quadrupled. Okay, 4 times. Like this we can use the scaling, right? What is the default scale? 1 comma 1 is the default scale, right? Original size. And if I say minus 2 on x-axis, see what it is taking? Always it takes a whole number. So don't think you are giving minus 2, you want to decrease the size, right? Can't decrease the size. From the original, you can scale it up, now scale down. So Here we have mentioned -2, but it is taken only 2, right? Absolute value will be taken. So no need to use, there is no negative numbers here. You can't use negative numbers. We are using negative numbers. It takes only absolute value. Right? Absolute means only positive. So that's how we can use scaling. And so rotate, scale all this, right? And let us see some animations. Just uncomment them. So let us understand the purpose of animation and the concept of animation. So, for example, if you want to do any animation, what we do, we keep a sequence of, right, a series of objects. For example, first we draw this, then we draw left side, then we draw left side, then we draw left side. So automatically this gives you an animation, right? Okay, understand? The drawing sequence of frames. This is called frame, right?
Yeah.
So animation is something like drawing sequence of frames, right? So what do you mean by a frame? Frame is an object, right? That shows some graphics. Now these are called the sequence of frames. They are called timelines. Okay. So how many frames you want? From which frame to which frame you want to play, right? Maybe you have placed 4 frames, but I want to play only these 3 frames, right? So there is a here. In terms of animation, if you want to apply any animation, you need to go for frame animation, right? Which we call keyframes. Timelines are keyframes, right? Keyframes. So using this rule, keyframe rule, we can build animation. See here, I'm applying this for 2, right? One is keyframe, another one is zip left keyframe. And I'm giving a name to this. So this is a rule, X, Y, Z, right? Now, if you look at this here, this property, animation property or WebKit animation property. These are responsible for making this object animated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here, what we are giving is name of the keyframe animation rule, whichever the animation. So far we can provide styles into its classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can include some formatting here. And the same manner hash with hash, right? So using dot, using hash, and then using HTML, C3. So if you use dot, that becomes class. If you use hash, that becomes identity. If you use HTML, that becomes rule, right? Reusable, and it can be assigned to any, right? Like this. So here you need to define keyframes here. So now here from means from frame to this frame, right?
Yeah.
And which property we are animating? Top property, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we are slowly increasing top property from 0 to 200, right?
Yeah.
So what happens? This will slide down. It creates a slide down effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I use left, what happens from left 0 to 200? The object moves from left to right, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let us see these keyframes and this one. Okay. I'm adding this rule to the CSS. This rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we can reuse this with animation and WebKit animation. The name of that, my move. Okay. And how much time you need animation time, right?
Mm-hmm.
5 seconds, 10 seconds, okay?
Mm-hmm.
2 seconds means that's up to you. And how many times you want? Just 3 times. So the same can be applied for animation, right? So animation is for generalization and WebKit is for specific Safari and Chrome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't 2 times, 3 times. Completed. Only 3 times completed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we have given third parameter as 3, means 3 times. If we give infinite, so this will keep on animated for infinite number of times. It will not be stopped. Wherever it will be animated. Okay?
Okay.
So these are the options for animation.
Can we use images?
Yes, we can. Whatever the content. Yes, we have not specified any image value. Simply where we are specifying div tag, right?
Yeah.
Let the div, whatever the content you place, it will come.
Okay.
For example, here instead of background color, okay, if you place image, image. Do you have the image here? .jpg, right? See here that the image is cropped because of size, right?
Yeah.
If you don't mention that width and height, see what happens. It takes a width 1 pixel and height 1 pixel, right?
Yeah.
So to avoid this, simply we can use the width is the same as the size of the image, right?
Mm-hmm.
The size is 630 by 468. 630 by 468. Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So now I want to implement radius 10 pixel radius. Here we are using, I'm making it 50 pixels. And border color, it is taking blue, I'm making it white. See how it looks. Okay,
Okay.
50 radius. Now you can increase the speed of moving 1 second. Very faster, right?
Mm-hmm.
So give a considered time 3 seconds like that. So this is called keyframe animation, right?
Yeah.
Now instead of top, if I give left, okay, from left to right is some. And the same time you can mention top 0 pixels to top 200 pixels. See here. Now if you are trying to animate both properties, it's not possible. So animate only one property, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of percentages also you can provide from 2%, right? So you can provide how much percentage you should animate, right?
Yeah.
So here I'm taking 0%, then 25%, then next 50%, 75%, and 100% of the top, right?
Hello?
So here instead of
Your
micro
break.
market and
Hello?
hello.
Yeah, your voice is breaking since long time. I'm calling. I think you are not listening my voice.
Mm-hmm. How is now?
Yeah, now it's better.
See how we have prepared an animation. Now we are just 0% of the top, then 25%. Then coming to 50% from 100. So every time I'm mentioning some value here, right? So 0% means it goes to the top, right? Then 25% of 200%, 200 pixels, right?
Mm-hmm.
So out of 200 top, it goes to 25%. Okay. So I'm taking the 50%. Now it's coming back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every time the percentage of the animation I'm mentioning. So see here 0, next 200 going down, then next 100 it's coming back, and next going up, and then coming back 0 pixels, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can say we have divided the animation keyframes into 5 frames, right? So from 0 to 24, see, from 0 to 24 it goes from 0 to 200, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have again 50%. That means from 26% to 50%, it comes back to 100 pixels.
Okay.
And from 51 to 75%, it comes down to 200%, 200 pixels, right?
Mm-hmm.
And from 76 to 100%, it is coming back to 0 pixels, right?
Mm-hmm.
You understand the meaning of this?
Yeah.
So from 0 to 26, 25%, it comes slowly from 0 to 200, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we are going from 50%, right? So from 26 to 50%, immediately it comes slowly back to 100 pixels, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let us say this is a keyframe. Let us take the coordinates of this. Here it is 0 equals 200 pixels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we are dividing this into different percentages. So initially what I am moving is from 0 to 200 pixels. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
taking some percentages here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Let us say each percentage is a frame, right?
Yeah.
So initial 26 frames, right? From 0 to 25%. It slowly comes from 0 to 200 down.
Mm-hmm.
0 to 200 it comes down, right? Like this,
Mm-hmm.
slowly. Then immediately what we are doing here is from 26 to 50%, right? Now we are taking it back to 100. So slowly comes up and now keeping it to 100. Then from next for 56 to 75%, you are going back to 200, right? Then 0. So now comes back to 200 slowly and it goes back to 0, right? So here in terms of number of frames, and but we have given it as a percentage, right? And in each percentage, where to place, right?
Yeah.
For example, here from 0 to left 200%, right? 200 left 200, sorry, right. Right. See here what happens here. Right, 200%. So okay, keep in stop saying 500, then comes back to 100, then 200, then 0. Okay. Now it is going down. Okay. This is one animation, and we can put another animation here. To only take directly, right? So let us say this is animal 2. If we want to go for standardization, right, it requires to implement both keyframes and WebKit keyframe, right? Two declarations. Keyframes, right? This is for keyframes. So for every effect, we prepare two keyframes and WebKit keyframes. So keyframes for all the browsers supports that, and keyframes for Safari and Chrome.
What do you have with the older version browser?
Older version? What's that older version?
i7, 8.
And this animation is supported by 9 plus. Okay. I'll give you a list of all these browser compatibilities. So anim2 we have prepared, right? What it is taking from, it is moving from top 0 to 200. While it is moving, now from red to yellow we are changing, right? 100 to 300, right? Width. So now this time you apply the anim2 for this. Just uncomment them for achieving that effect. So anim2, anim2. From 0 to 200 is moving down because we are increasing the top from 0 to 200, and we are given background color, right? It's coming from 0 to yellow, right? So from 0 to 200, it is moving from top to bottom, right?
Yeah.
Let us check. So now background yellow. Okay, from red to yellow it varies. From width 100 to 300 pixels. The width is coming starting from 100 up to 300. Within these frames, if you want to change the size more, 600 maybe. 600, right? And inside this, if you have any content, like anything, so the content will be animated. Okay, I want to show this effect like this. Now, what you can do is background color, right? Or else you can say color. Here you can provide some content to this. Hello world, right? So it's something like revealing the content slowly, right?
Yeah.
The effect is good. Okay, doing one. Here it is taking the background image, right? So we have more content. It looks like you are slowly revealing the content, right? Like this. So whenever a page is getting loaded, you can slowly, if you want to reveal different areas of the content, then you can easily apply these animations. Okay, that is how we can go for implementation of animation using keyframes, right? Two types of keyframe rules we have used. Web keyframes and normal keyframes. This is for other, not for tutorial. So WebKit is meant for Safari and Chrome. Okay, this is how we can apply animation.
Okay.
And we have another animation which is animating all the left to top, right? Both. And in three. See how it is animating. It is going from red to yellow first, then yellow to blue, blue to green, green to red again, right? And here it is moving from left 0 to 200, then it is staying there, right? Left 200 here, here also left 200. It is staying there, right? But increasing the top. Left is same, but increasing the top, right? That means it moves from here. Left to 0 to 0 means it will stay at original place, right? Then from left to top, so left to 200. So it moves from 0 to 200, keeping the same top, right? So that means it will not move from top, and it stays in the same area, and but the width will be increased from 0 to 200, right? Sorry, not width. It moves from left 0 to 200, right? So left to right it will move, and automatically it stays there, and immediately it moves down 200 pixels, right? Something like here, thinking that 0 to 0 here, and right side we have 200. Okay, here also 200 comma 200, right? This is 0 comma 200 coordinates, and 0 comma 200, right? And what is this point? This point is 200 comma 0, right? Sorry, 0 comma 200. X-axis is 0, right? 0 comma 200. And what is this? This is 0 comma 0. 0 comma 0. And this is 200 comma 0, right? So y-axis 0. So what we are doing is we are keeping this thing at 0 0. Then we are just changing the left, right, from 0 to 200, keeping the 0 as top, right? So now it moves from left to right. Then we are keeping the x-axis 200 as it is, and we are down to top 200, right? So then it becomes 200 comma 200. It comes down. Then it moves from 0 up to 0 comma 200, keeping the y-axis same and decreasing the x-axis to 200 to 0. And now keeping this x-axis 0 and y-axis from 200 to 0. Okay? So like this it will move. So apply animation 3. Okay? With changing color. Let us decrease the scale first. Make it small. It will make it small. So see. Okay? So with the help of keyframes and number of keyframes, you can generate. So you can do the animation. Okay. So these are percentages from 0 to 200. There are different ranges from 0 to 25%. You are defining one animation, and from 25 to 50%, 50 to 75, 72, 100. If you want, you can break down them into different percentages, right? Into 13%, 0 to 13%, you can include one more animation there. So keep this from 0 to 100, right? Half a way distance. See, now it is stopping off in between, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, right?
Yeah.
That is 13%, 0 to 13%. So like that you can animate, you can mention in every step by mentioning its percentage. So this is the way you can use animation. I will send this to you.
Okay.
Tomorrow we'll see some more functions and animations. Maybe tomorrow may be the last one. And if you want, I can extend it to one more day. Okay?
Okay, sure.
So keep practicing. If you have doubts, and make a note of all those doubts. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow we'll discuss them. Right?
Okay, fine.
Right. Bye.